today. It's already 2 o'clock. Ignore this little one. I haven't eaten yet, and I'm making a really low point potato soup for dinner tonight, so I've got quite a few points to work with. So I'm going to make like a mock Chick-fil-A sandwich for lunch. So this is just a Nature's Own hamburger bun. It's like whole wheat or whatever. This is 4 points, so I'm just going to pop this in my toaster to get it a little bit warm. I'm going to turn it down to like 2. And I'm going to spray it with some 0 point butter. Then over here in the air fryer, I've got my chicken nuggets going. Let those continue. For the sandwich, I'm going to add pickles and then probably dip it in this classic ranch. And these are the nuggets. These are from Sam's Club. I'm not sure if I've showed these yet, but these are from Sam's Club. 8 of them is 7 points, so they are actually a point higher than a Chick-fil-A 8 count, but these are really similar as far as texture goes, and they're delicious, but I wouldn't say the flavor is exactly the same. These you can taste a lot more. Get out of the freezer. Stop. These you can definitely taste the pickle in them, which I love, but for the cost, I think it's really worth that extra point to just have these. They're super simple, especially if you have an air fryer. I only put them in about 8 minutes. I don't even preheat the air fryer, and they turn out perfectly. Look at him. Excuse me. You gotta back up. Back up. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have for lunch. I cooked up 8 of them, which is 7 points. That was prior to realizing I was gonna do a sandwich. But this will be for the nuggets for 7, which is 11, and then with this 2 points of this, it'll be 13. So that's kind of a high point lunch, but like I said, I'm having a really low point dinner, so I'm really not worried about it. That still leaves me 10 left for dinner, and my dinner's only going to be like 4 or 5 points. So I'll definitely show you the potato soup, but I just wanted to fill you in on my lunch. Just give these a shake. Put them back in for another 3 or 4 minutes, and it should be ready to go. I just wanted to get this nice and warm. So I will show you guys the finished product here in a minute. Okay, so this is what we've got going on. I have the Nature's Own bun for 4. I ended up doing mayo for 1 instead of the ranch. So 1 point for that, which is 5. And then I have 8 nuggets. Some of them are cut in half, so it probably looks more than 8, but it's 8. Which is 7 points, pickles for 0, butter spray for 0, and then I use the no sugar added ketchup, and I don't count this. I just do 0 for that. So this is actually a 12-point lunch, pretty big as far as like points go. But I didn't have breakfast. I've had 0 points for the day, and I'm having a really, really low point dinner, so this is perfect. And when better to recreate a Chick-fil-A sandwich than on a Sunday when you can't have it. So I'm going to experiment right now. I know you can't see my face. Well, let's just set it up like this first. So that freaking KitchenAid fixer is still there. I will move it to my parents' house at some point. Okay. We're gonna attempt chocolate muffins. Surely it won't be that hard. I entered a recipe into, I just like made it up as I went, into the app, and it said 2 points per muffin if it makes 12 muffins. So let's pray that it makes 12 muffins. I'm gonna use 2 cups of the Kodiak Cakes dark chocolate, the waffle flapjack mix, 1 egg because I only have 1 egg left, and then the Fage Total Zero yogurt. We're just gonna see how it goes. So, I might have to add some extra water, or I don't know what else I would add, but yeah, we're just gonna go for it. I hope this is 2 cups, surely this will be enough. This is a really deceiving amount of product considering the size of this box. Like, okay, but whatever. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. call me insane. I just put all of the mix back into the bowl. You can see. I can't help myself. Okay. I feel like I have to add some vanilla or something, because if it's not good, like if I don't love the batter, I'm not going to love the muffin, and I don't want this to go to waste because I used my last egg on this. I'm not really measuring this. I'm just using a spoon so I don't overdo it. This is a tablespoon, but I think I'm going to do like half of that. This is just vanilla extract. I'm going to taste it, and I might add a little bit of stevia. This chocolate flavor though is weird, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think this might be a fail because, okay, so it says use like barely any of this. Check on them, 5 minutes, check on them, you know. Probably take more, like 15 to 20. But I will let you guys know how they turn out. Send all the good vibes because, I don't know. Okay, so next we're gonna be making a potato soup. So I guess what you'll need is gonna be a bag of like diced potatoes, some instant mashed potatoes, some country gravy mix, bouillon cubes, lots of water, some olive oil spray for your potatoes, and salt and pepper. And maybe some cheese and bacon if you want to top your potato soup with that later. But this, we're going to cook up the bouillon cubes in there and then add in the potatoes, instant potatoes. Over here, we're going to get these all nice brown and crispy. And then I'm about to put on another pot of water, which I'm going to make the gravy in. And eventually we're all gonna dump it in here, just let it simmer for 15 minutes, and hopefully we have a really delicious potato soup. So we'll see. So here I had already dumped in the country gravy mix into this pot. The skillet is not on at this point. I'm just dumping in 2 cups of cold water, whisking that in, and then I'm going to put it on at medium heat and just stir frequently until it's nice and thick. So in this large skillet, I have this turned to a really high heat. I'm going to spray in some of the Pam olive oil spray and then dump the potatoes in immediately. I don't want the Pam to burn at all. And then I do end up spraying a little bit more of that Pam olive oil spray on top of the potatoes. And I'm just going to cook these up until they're nice and golden brown on the edges. So next I'm just unwrapping and putting the bouillon cubes into the boiling water. The recipe called for 8, so I did do all 8, but the next time I make this, I think I'll cut it down to 4. It really didn't need all of it. It was still delicious, but next time I'll definitely cut that down. So here you see me measuring out 2/3 of a cup of the instant potatoes, and then I realized that 2/3 of a cup is the entire package, so you do not need to measure that. Just dump the entire package into your boiling water with the bouillon cubes. This is not per the package instructions, this is per the recipe instructions. So yes, don't read the label on the instant potatoes, just do what the recipe says to do. So next, my country gravy has gotten nice and thick. I'm just dumping it into the boiling water that has the instant potatoes and the bouillon cubes. Just a tip, this is not thick, the water at this point, so don't freak out. Once you pour in the other potatoes and let it simmer, it does thicken up a lot. I was a little bit worried that it wasn't really coming together that well, but once it simmered for 15 minutes, it turned out perfect. Okay, so here are the muffins. It's a little bit dark. Hold on. They look good and they smell really good. They smell super chocolatey, so I would say that's a good sign, but I want to try it. These are 2 points. I don't know if you should see me or the muffin. These are 2 points per muffin, and 2 of them is 4 points, so the points don't double. So it's still a little bit warm, not super warm, but a little bit. Very, I feel like the texture is really good, and those little chocolate chips are like melted. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. Little chocolate chips are like melted. It's just like really good, actually. Now, remember, it's not gonna be as sweet as your normal chocolate muffin, and it does have sort of a pancake texture, but I'm into it. And I'm kind of picky, so I feel like if I like it, other people will like it. There's no weird aftertaste or anything like that. It doesn't taste like protein or whatever. And when you get those melted chocolate chips, this is where it's at, you guys. This is a perfect dessert. This would be the perfect thing to add the sugar-free frosting to, since it's only 2 points. You can definitely spare another point or two on frosting if you wanted to make cupcakes. I'm gonna have these for breakfast this week and probably freeze the rest of them if there is any left. These are so good. I might do 2 a day and then have 1 for dessert or something. I saw somebody used, I think it was a chocolate smart cake, and they put, no sir. So they used a chocolate smart cake, which is like a little muffin if you don't know what that is. And then the Cool Whip Mix-Ins Oreo, which is 1 point for a tablespoon. I'm gonna save this half for dessert, and we're gonna add some of this on there. And I'm gonna heat it up. I'm excited. That turned out so good. Yay. I would say I probably used like 3/4 of a tablespoon of the vanilla, and then I used like half of a tablespoon of the stevia. You could probably use like a packet or 2 if you just have the packet. So this is what I use, just the H-E-B brand, and then just regular vanilla extract. I don't think that that changes the points at all. I'll double check, but right now they're 2 points each. It made perfectly 12. They're all basically the same size. They don't puff up too much. If you can see, they're a little bit flat. But because they're the protein packed, I think that they're gonna be really filling. So hopefully a good breakfast for me. But anyways, let me show you the soup. It looks so good. Let me just up and move you. Sorry, I know my kitchen's a mess right now, but I'm about to clean it up before I go to sleep. Okay. So, now see how like thick and creamy that is. I'm so pumped. I hope that it's delicious. I'm gonna taste it. I had some cooling over there. It's a very official taste test. Please don't fall. Sorry, okay. That is so good. If I would change anything, I would do less bouillon because it's very, I don't want to say chickeny, but you can definitely taste that chicken bouillon in there. And it's a little bit, not super salty, but I am like sensitive to salt, so that's what I associate with. I would use like 2 less of these. Instead of 8, I would do like 6 or maybe even only 4. And then just get the saltiness from salt and pepper. But this is really, really good. And I think I have some bacon bits that I'm gonna add in there too. It makes 10 servings. When it comes to recipe building, everyone always wants to know like how do you know how many servings it makes? So I followed a recipe that I found, I'll link down below. It said it makes 10 servings. Now, how many servings is, what is a serving, right? What's the serving size? Is it a cup? Is it a cup and a half? I have no idea. I'm gonna assume that it's a cup. And this is 4 points per cup. I really don't know, to be completely honest. But I'm gonna do 2 cups and call it 8 points. I'm gonna add a little bit of bacon bits. And I think that's safe. I don't think that this is any more than 8 points. So that's just what I do. Way back in the day, I used to weigh it. Like I would transfer it. Sir, no sir, absolutely not. I would literally transfer it cup by cup onto my scale. I would count how many cups it was. I'm not gonna do that anymore. I just kind of guesstimate and hope for the best. So, sorry if that's the wrong answer, but that's what I do. And I'm about to serve this up because I'm starving. So I am also gonna edit this video and get this up for you guys ASAP because these are really good recipes that I'm pumped about. These chocolate muffins have me like, I'm pumped about it. So I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna clean up the dishes and the kitchen. Other than that, my house is like actually really clean at the moment. You can't tell, but my table is actually cleaned off for once. So pretty pumped about that. No sir, go. Okay, cat mom life. I am gonna go, but I will talk to you guys in my next video. Have a good night, bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will link the potato soup recipe for you down in the description box below. You can also find my chocolate muffin / cupcake recipe down there as well. Definitely find me on Connect if you use Weight Watchers, or look me up on Instagram and we can connect on there if you'd like. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.